Let me tee this up this way, because there's a conference that might get 2 teams in the playoff. That's not the SEC, that has some pretty weak spots. And I want you to tell me if the Pac-12 is better than the Big Ten Conference. Obviously, they've got Ohio State. Obviously, they've got Michigan. But they got a lot of weak spots beyond that, gentlemen. We just saw Illinois, who was going to win the Big Ten West, drop a game to Michigan State. We all know what Michigan State has been this year.
You're thrilled.
We'll take them however we can get them, Felder. We really will. But it pains me to say this conference is pretty bad beyond those 2 teams. Would you take the Pac-12 or would you take the Big Ten as a whole, as a conference? Felder, who you got?
Are we talking about just to win like a title, or are we talking about team for team for team for team?
Let's go team for team for team for team.
I'm taking the Pac-12.
Because if it's title, we'd all take Ohio State pretty quickly, right?
Exactly. So team for team for team, I'm going Pac-12. Max, what do you got?
I'm going Pac-12 until USC and UCLA move to the Big Ten.
So I think that, because if you look at the Pac-12, right, even beyond the top 3, there's probably some middle of the pack teams that would emerge and factor into the Big 12.
Oregon State.
Right. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm calling that game after Thanksgiving. I'm going up there to Corvallis for Oregon.
Oregon State.
That team's a dangerous team, and they definitely give 0 Fs. When you talk about the 0 F meter,
they live in that TCU world.
Yeah, exactly. And they would love to spoil Oregon. They would love to spoil Oregon at the end of the year.
Should have beat USC.
Yes, they absolutely should have. Decisions.
Yeah, even just going down the list, even like Utah, Washington State, all teams that I think would factor in, right? Into the
everybody but the state of Arizona is in there.
So let's
bingo.
Very true. Very true.
And what's going on with Stanford? Stanford beat Notre Dame. What?
Come on.
That's a Notre Dame thing. That's my answer. That's the most bipolar team in football. They do the opposite of what you expect them to do every single week, unless you called them beating Clemson.
Hey, we're gonna work Clemson hard.
Yeah.
But also we did lose to Stanford.
Just strange.
We're dropping our merch.
We got to start calling Underwood Daddy Brad.
But I'm a big pod guy.